And he wanted that land to be confiscated and redistributed to poor whites and to the former slaves. And he pushed that hard. Even his fellow radical Republicans jumped off with that and said, no, that is going far too far. The taking of property, the redistribution of property, much too radical. 2 years before Stevens died, but at a time when his health was failing, Thaddeus Stevens bought a plot in a cemetery in Pennsylvania, only to return it when he learned that the managers of the cemetery prohibited blacks from being buried there. So he said, forget it, I don't want to be buried in that plot. So he did some investigation and found a cemetery that would accept the dead without regard to race. And he bought a plot there. And then he said, I want a headstone, and I want a headstone with the following inscription. I repose in this quiet and secluded spot, not from any natural preference for solitude, but finding other cemeteries limited as to race by charter rules. I have chosen this that I might illustrate in my death the principles which I have advocated through a long life: equality of man before his creator. And then he did one more thing. Like I said, he was a very sharp attorney and a good businessman. And he had an estate, and he left $50,000 of that estate to establish a school for orphans, directing that admission would be on a non-racial basis, and also directing that all people in the orphanage would eat at the same table. Again, flying completely in the face of the prevailing etiquette of the period, racial etiquette of the period. So for those reasons, I'm quite certain that Thaddeus Stevens, distinguished Dartmouth alum, will have a place in my book on good white people. Now, let me end with the following.